I squeeze my eyes to block out the light shining in. I try to stretch as I slowly wake up, but find myself weighed down. Turning my head to look behind me, I see Logan fast asleep, and the night comes rushing back. We lost ourselves in each other twice more. The second time came as soon as our ragged breaths had steadied from the first. The third, we drifted off, and I woke to his tongue delving into the most intimate parts of me, warm and insistent, pulling me from slumber into a current of sensation. After a peak of ecstasy that left my mind reeling, I returned the same fiery attention, but moments later, he flipped me over on all fours, and our bodies moved together in a fierce, urgent rhythm that burned itself into my memory. That was probably the most electrifying of all three. With thoughts of my last one-night stand, the guy had stayed till morning, and all but refused to leave. I vowed then to avoid any kind of awkward morning encounter again. I slowly extract myself from under Logan's arm and legs. I pause on the edge of the bed for just a moment. When he doesn't move, and I'm confident he won't, I quietly start gathering my clothes and go into the bathroom to dress. Not wanting the clicking of heels on the wood to disturb him, I keep my shoes in hand as I slip out of the room. I didn't mention it at all last night, but this is also the hotel that I booked for the evening. With my back up against the wall, I slip on my boots and take the elevator up one floor to my room. I head straight to the shower. Once I get to my room, the images of last night replay while I clean up. There was very little conversation between us last night. It was all primal and fiery, every touch a language of its own. Other than his name, I know nothing about him, and I'm glad to leave it that way. I assume with his comment about having a room for the night that he probably came off the cruise ship like many others that were there last night. After stepping out of the shower, I get ready for my trip to the resort. As fast as I can, I pack up and clear out. I want to avoid any chance encounters with Logan. Checkout was quick, and soon I sit back to enjoy the roughly 45-minute trip to Grand Comforts Resort and Spa. Are you sure this is the correct place, ma'am? With only a red Jeep in the parking lot, it does look empty and questionable. Yes, I say to my driver. Remember this place because we officially open Monday and we are booked solid. You may get some customers asking you to bring them back here. His smile lights his face as he gets out to grab my bags from the trunk. Thank you, Twain. Have a good one. With that, I'm left facing my future. It's a beautiful resort that blends in with the environment around. The colorful flowers and vines intoxicate the senses. They're everywhere I look, from alongside the resort to beside the drive. I take all of it in, from the fountain in the middle of the circular drive to the smooth off-white stone the resort is made of. Crashing waves can be heard in the distance, cawing and twittering of birds overhead. I scoop up both of my bags and head toward the doors. Fingers crossed, I hope the red Jeep that's here is Cece's, and she has the doors unlocked so I don't have to try and call her. Luck is on my side. Stepping through a single door, off to the side of the main revolving doors, I can see the interior is as beautiful as the outside. The main doors are framed by what I believe to be 2 large apes. I slide my bags on the ground to rest by the door and step closer to the statues. They are indeed large apes. Such detail was put into these stone statues. My eyes take in the details of the room. The walls and floors are beige. An array of colors are brought in by the seats and the artwork on the walls. I utterly love the look of this place so far. A deep breath fills my lungs, and a genuine smile takes over. This feels right. This place feels right. I belong here. Not seeing anyone out here, I walk towards the employee door behind the check-in counter while calling out, "Hello, Cece, are you here?" I jump back in haste once at the door before it can hit me in the face. A shocked face stares back at me. "Oh goodness, did I hit you? Are you okay?" She rushes out, my hands up as if in surrender. "I'm okay, I got out of the way before any damage was done." "Cece, I presume," offering my hand. "Good. It would have sucked if I hit you." Taking my hand with enthusiasm. "Yes, Cece, and I'm gonna guess you are Cordelia Montgomery, our new general manager?" She's still shaking my hand. "I am, but please call me Delia." "Will do, boss lady." "Would you like to take a tour of the resort now, or are you eager to get to your condo?" Swinging what I believe are the keys for my condo, she tosses them my way when I was least expecting it. Nice catch. With a light chuckle, I can already tell what she's like. I can tell that she likes to cause mischief and has a playful nature. Hopefully though, as my new assistant manager, she also knows when to be serious for the sake of the job. Since I'm here, why not a quick tour? Doing a shoulder shimmy, she sings, "Follow me," and takes off to the side. I can tell that we are going to be the best of friends. I can just tell these things. Since I'm from here, I can show you around. I'll show you the best places to go. If you want, we can go for lunch after the tour before going to your condo. Since you're gonna live here and be my best friend, it's the least I can do as a, what do you guys call it? Welcome home gift? A new home gift, eh? Whatever it is, you know what I mean, right? My shoulders shake with laughter. That sounds great. All of it sounds great. I would love to have you as my local bestie. I don't think she's gonna give me a choice, so I might as well embrace it. My day with Cece is going great. The resort is beautiful throughout. One of my favorite things was the 2-story pool. The pool on the second floor is enclosed and has a slide that brings you down to the first floor outside pool, which has a swim-up bar and a lazy river. Yes, please. That slide looks like a lot of fun. I joked that I'll have to see when I can have time to try it out. Just so I can recommend it to the guests, of course. Then, the most gorgeous, peaceful, relaxing space I've ever set foot in. The spa. When you turn down the hall, you see the large, intricate glass and gold double doors. Lavender and mint entice your senses and lures you closer. Once through the doors, the splendor of gold accents shimmer all around the first floor, and a majestic staircase leads you up to the second. Another thing I'll have to try out so I know what to recommend. You're able to walk through the bars and restaurants, meeting some employees there as they set up. After continuing through a game room, we went up to the large conference rooms that take up the whole third floor. After we finish seeing the inside of the resort, we start walking outside to the gardens and awnings that are set up all along the beach. On our way back up, we walk through this exquisite solarium room, which will be available for wedding receptions. With the tour over, we are making our way out to her Jeep to feed my growling stomach. Wait, so you have a dossier on everyone? Her look is of part concern and part intrigue. Oh yay, I knew exactly who you were when I saw you before you even introduced yourself. Why didn't you receive one? Clearing my throat, I do my best to keep a straight face as I buckle in. Not buckling up yet. She turns in her seat to face me. No, I did not. What kind of information does it have? Eyes bugging out, she's looking more concerned about what may be in the file. Well, I mean everything. Let's see. Driving records, prior criminal history, schooling if they knew your favorites of anything that's in there. Typical stuff you would find in a dossier. My jaw is hurting from the effort it is taking not to laugh. Huh, is all she can say, and I finally break letting my laughter out. I grab my side as it aches. Jerk, you don't have any of that, do you? She glares at me playfully, a smile cracking on her face. Her laughter rings next to mine. Swiping at the tears on my face, I shake my head. No, it doesn't have all of that. I received everyone's names and positions, but nothing else, so no, I did not know who you were until you introduced yourself. But your face, though so concerned, I have to admit now, I'm slightly concerned about what you might be hiding. Not a thing, I'm the most boring person you'll ever run into. She clicks her seatbelt and starts the Jeep as she faces forward. HA is all I can say as she tosses me a sly smile. We stop at this little side-of-the-road lunch stand. If I was on my own, I would not have thought this place offered food, despite the few tables and chairs set up in front. It's about a 15-minute drive from the resort, which is nice and also means it's close to my condo that I know is only a few minutes away. As soon as my ass hits the seat, Cece bombards me with questions about everything. My head spins, trying to keep up with her. I've never been shy or a closed book, so I have no problem laying it bare for her. Let's see. I became an orphan at 9, when my parents died in a car accident. Stayed in a group home till I was 18 and then went off to college, which is where I met my best friend Lindy. After college, I got a job as the coordinator at a hotel and worked my way up between a few different hotels. Then I took a job at Courtyard Suites as the assistant manager and was there until I came here. Allow me to tell you about myself, she smiles. Both of my parents live on it. I lived in the same house until I moved over here for university. After graduating, I stayed, and I also took a job at a resort and worked my way up to assistant manager. We're twins. Except, I didn't have to go somewhere else to find paradise, and I'm still only an assistant manager. And the best assistant manager I know you'll be, I cheers to her. Any loves that you are leaving behind? Sadly, I have no epic loves or even love failures to report on. I had a serious boyfriend during secondary school for about 2 years, but then I dropped him for Luano, which ended up only lasting a month. After that, I gave up on love. I know no one can handle all of this epic greatness. Heaving a sigh and shaking her head, I can see the mischief in her eyes. Love sucks, I say in half jest and half seriousness. I had one serious relationship that I thought was true love. I met Jeremy about 3 years ago, and it was a whirlwind relationship. He was everything I wasn't. I was the uptight one while he knew how to have fun. He sure could make me laugh. So after a year, when he proposed, I naturally said yes, but I realized that both he and I kept putting it off for the first year of our engagement until we finally set a date. But I caught him cheating a month before and ended it. That was 4 months ago. I'm not as heartbroken as you would think someone in my position would be. I think I realized after he proposed and it was getting real that he was all play, and I really couldn't picture forever with him. The thing that hurt me the most about this situation is that I realized it wasn't love. I didn't truly love him as I thought I did, which makes me question myself. Do I know what love really is and feels like? I take a sip of my drink and settle back in my chair. I can remember there was love between my parents, I think, but then going into foster care, there was no love there to be given. So really, it hurt the most that I doubted and questioned myself and my worth for a hot second before snapping back to reality and knowing it was just Jeremy that was a problem. I scoff out a light chuckle, trying to lighten the mood. I did not mean to go so deep with my revelation. It ended up being easy to call it quits with Jeremy and to take this position. The only person in New York I will miss is Lindy. So gosh, finally concluding this talk about me, myself, and I am really glad I came here to paradise to find my newest best friend. I smile over at her.
Stars dance behind my eyes as I continue to push the heels of my hands into them. My phone smashes to the floor as I stand and grab a beer bottle off the coffee table, hurling it towards the wall. Soon, a pile of glass is all that remains after the other 4 bottles followed suit. And I feel no better. I stalk into the kitchen and skip the beer. Grabbing down a glass, I watch mindlessly as the golden liquid pours and fills up the glass. The smoky scent hits my nose as I down half of the whiskey. Taking the rest back to the living, the couch engulfs my body in the plush cushions. My mind whirls over the last 24 hours. Waking up from the most amazing night I have ever had, I found Delia had left without a trace. We barely spoke, but it was the most connected I've been to another person. I know she felt the same. It was in her eyes. I am the last person to believe in love at first sight, but since I first saw her, she was the only thing on my mind. The night kept replaying in my head the whole drive back to my condo. I was only back at my condo for an hour trying to fool myself into getting some work done when I received the phone call. My father had passed away from a heart attack early this morning. He had been traveling around Europe with his teeny bopper girlfriend when this occurred. Growing up, my father was a workaholic, just as bad as I can admit to being. My father stayed late, worked weekends and holidays, trying to make a name for himself. He never did. He made the money but never got his due attention. So him never making it to any of my baseball games or championships in high school, just to work now, seems like an enormous waste. I know he worked his ass off to support me and my gold-digging mother. She had high expectations for the life she wanted to live and demanded he provided it. There was no love between those two, and I was thankful when Dad came to his senses and divorced my mother right after my high school graduation. That's when my father became a dad. With my mother gone, he no longer worked himself to the grave. He started showing an interest in me and encouraged my desire to be my own boss. After my freshman year of college, I laid out my ideas and plans for my father about buying out a small hotel chain, which at the time only had 2 hotels. He jumped on board and offered half of the money with no strings attached, telling me I could pay him back once I made it profitable. He knew I could do it. He stayed close, but trying to make the hotels profitable ended up taking up a lot of my time. I saw him less, but we talked on the phone often. He would stop by my office randomly for a quick hello when he was not traveling, something he now took the time to do, and typically it was with a new woman on his arm every few months. My last conversation with him was just a few weeks ago, before I left to come here. He was thrilled for me and this resort opening. He planned to come out a few weeks after opening to stay. Somehow, Tahiti is one of the few places he had yet to visit. The harsh ring of my phone pierces through my drunken stupor. I don't pay attention to the name as I answer, a decision I immediately regret. Darling, I heard about Thomas and wanted to see how you were doing. Not that. That man deserves anyone's sympathies. The nasal voice causes my eye to twitch. Victoria, shut up. He was my father, and for the last 12 years, he was a better parent than you were for the entirety of your motherhood. So just shut up. You don't care how I'm doing, and I don't care to talk with you. Controlling my urge to throw my phone, I simply tossed it over to the chair after making sure I disconnected the call. Some mother she is. I have never been close to her, not even when I was younger. Apparently, I preferred my nanny over her. I don't know why it ever bothered me when my dad didn't make it to any of my games, but I couldn't give a shit that my mother was never there either. Before my father started traveling, he had me sit down with him and his lawyer, and we put all of his affairs in order, just in case something ever happened to him while he was gone. We made all of his funeral arrangements, and every year after, we sat down to meet and make any amendments. So all I had to do after receiving the news was make a few phone calls, and it would all be taken care of. His body is being flown back, and the service will be next week, allowing myself today to wallow in this pain. Tomorrow, I'll make my arrangements to head back to LA. For the time, I'll stay till Monday and be here for opening day, but leave immediately after.
Babe, he stopped by twice now. Thinks he can demand answers from me? Puh, Lise, he knew I hated him, right? I did my best to make sure every time I saw him that he knew. Blight pounding in my head intensifies as I listen to Lindy. Why the hell is Jeremy bothering her now, after 4 months of silence? He was at work when I went and packed my belongings. I made sure everything of mine was out before I left that day. There would be no going back. I left him a note on the kitchen bar saying, "I'm sorry we ended this way." Underneath it all, I always thought we had a strong friendship as the base of our relationship. Yes, I was wrong. All of my stuff has been moved out. Anything that is left here is yours to keep. I don't expect to see or hear from you again. You can collect my key from Ray. Have a good life, Jeremy. I don't know why, but I expected to hear from him, a call, a text, an in-person visit. Something. Anything. I got nothing. Why now? What did he say to you? He's off the rails, babe. His train is chugging, slowly I might add, down the wrong track. He thinks you're playing a game and you'll be coming back to him. Babe, listen. He wants to know when you'll be back so he can prepare. He said he's taking a vacation soon and wants to make sure you don't show up when he's not there. Her giggle filters through. I almost apologized to him after he said that. You know, for all the times I told him to grow a pair because he didn't have any balls. Yeah, well, the balls it took to say all of that with a straight face, guess he's got some. Hitting speaker on my phone, I set it down on the counter and lay my head next to it. I'm sorry you have to deal with him. It mystifies me that he would think I would go back to him. And why now, 4 months later? Don't sweat it, babe. I can handle him. I just wanted to let you know he's sniffing around. Thank you, and just ugh. I'm not going to give him another thought. That girl. Well, I've got to run. Good luck with your opening in 2 days. Love you. Love you too, Lindy. Straightening up, I peer around my new kitchen with its high-end appliances and shining marble countertops. I hardly cooked back in New York, seeing how I was a college student. Then when I moved in with Jeremy, he preferred to eat out or order in rather than cook. I feel optimistic that I can create decent edible meals here. The rest of the condo surprised me. The walk-in closet in the master bedroom is the size of the bedroom I had in the apartment Lindy and I shared. And when I walked into the master bath and saw that it has a 2-person clawfoot tub, a moan escaped me, and then I saw the large shower. It has a total of 3 shower heads, 1 on top, giving it the rain shower effect, and 1 on each wall. I stripped as soon as Cece left last night. Vaulted ceiling in the living room makes it appear larger, with the natural light that comes through the balcony doors. I can't wait till my stuff arrives on Monday to decorate with color, since the walls and furniture are all an off-white color. It's beautiful, there is no denying that. But my soul craves color. AHH. The clanging of the oven door as it shuts rings through my ears. I run to the sink and submerge my hand under cold running water. Shit, stupid, stupid, stupid. Who tries to grab a hot pan without an oven mitt? I apparently do. Well, I have now dashed my hopes of becoming a talented chef while here with this reality of ineptitude. Wrapping a towel around my hand, I grab the oven mitts this time and remove the double chocolate chip cookies. With a glare at them, I use the spatula to place a few on a plate. With the plate in my injured hand, I grab my water and head into the living room and sink into the plush couch where I plan to stay, because after the last few days, I only want to stay in, watch movies, and relax. Tomorrow I'll go to the resort where most of the staff will be there to meet and prepare for our opening on Monday. Technically, this week is a dry run week. We have rooms booked for reviewers and influential guests. Next weekend is our official opening to the public on Saturday, when we'll be hosting a luau for our guests and any locals that want to join. The luau has been my project since I was officially hired. Being able to orchestrate everything over the phone or by email, I can use this week to complete anything I wasn't able to from afar. It surprised me to learn that Mr. De Vries is currently here in Tahiti and will be there Monday for the opening and throughout the week. Talk about pressure. We've had a few email correspondences, but I still haven't met or talked to him other than the first interview call. Settling back into this ridiculously comfortable couch that tries to eat me, I scroll through available movies and settle on a rom-com. Did you check your email yet? Is the first thing I hear as I step through the resort doors. Casting a look around the room, I spot Cece sitting in the common area. No, not yet. Why? Mr. De Vries had to head back to the States unexpectedly. Since he has to leave today, he will not be here for the meet and greet today or tomorrow's opening. But he hopes to come back soon to check in person. Thank the Lord, I sigh out. Her laughter lets me know she heard me, along with a few others that are sitting near her, that I failed to notice. I approach the group, offering my hand to the first guy I come to. Hi, I'm Cordelia Montgomery, your general manager. Once I met everyone, I take a seat next to Cece. Out of the group, I found some will be working the front desk and the others are bellhops. There are more employees here working on different things and the rest have yet to arrive. Today is about getting to know each other. Over a freshly cooked hibachi lunch, we sit and talk as more people filter in and join us. Soon we're told the chefs set up and are ready for lunch. Let the others go first as I hang back. It's a little surreal for me to think about. I will not be going in tomorrow to the Courtyard Suites, won't be seeing Roger first thing in the morning, then going about my normal assistant manager duties. This is my new reality. These people are my new work family. I filter into line behind some guys. Peering toward the front, I see Cece up there cracking jokes. Before I can introduce myself to the 2 guys right in front of me, their hushed voices float back to me. But why didn't Cece get the position? Why did they bring in some foreign woman? At least Cece would have been a tolerable option. I agree. We have no male seniority, except for Julian as the front desk manager. But still, they both have a cynical laugh. I step out of the line and walk to the end, offering a small smile to those I pass. It's nothing I haven't heard before as a woman in an authority position. I worked my ass off to get where I am, to be a manager. Once Roger decides he's ready to retire in a few years, I would have been the one to take his place. So, receiving this opportunity ahead of my projected schedule, I feel blessed. I know the long hours and hard work that I put in and did to get here, and I deserve it. Before I realize it, I'm next up in the line. Good afternoon. A quick glance at his chef coat to determine his name. James. His laughter sends a small thrill through me. The bass in it just settles low in my stomach. My smile quickly turns intrigued. Good afternoon it is. His deep voice drawls as he gives me an appreciative perusal. What can I get started for you? Damn, his seductive brown eyes draw me in, along with his sly smile. He has his dark brown hair up in a man bun, which is sexy as fuck. I was shy when I was younger, and dated very little. Then there was that drunken one-night stand. When I was with Jeremy, it was like no other man existed. He was my only focus. But now that I'm free, I'm not ashamed to admit that I enjoy the attention I've been receiving. Starting with a one-night stand with an absolutely gorgeous and extremely skilled man. And now James flirting with me. I come to my senses after a moment of checking him out. I'm his boss, it wouldn't be appropriate. With a regretful sigh, I dial down my smile and give him my order. Sure thing, his teeth reflecting the sun. I take my plate and see Cece waving me over to the open seat next to her. I see the two guys who were in front of me in line, also sitting at her table. A large breath in, I push my shoulders back and head over, doing my best to command an air of respect. Pulling myself up to the table, I glance at everyone already sitting, offering a smile. Hey, guys, I receive hellos and nods back. It is only a few minutes after I sit down when the guy starts in. So Cece, why are you not the general manager? She rolls her eyes as she looks at me real quick. You know, I wondered the same thing, Hone. But then I remembered I didn't apply to be the general manager. I only wanted to be the assistant manager. Why are you not the general manager? Hone laughs at her question. Good question, Cece. I would probably do better than whoever they brought in. He continues to laugh, unaware of who I am. Cece's eyes darken as she glares at him. Her normal, cheerful voice now comes out clipped. No, you would not do a better job. You did not go to school or put in the work or years to get or earn a position like that. I have worked to become the assistant manager and have a few years holding this position. Cordelia went to school, started at the bottom of the industry, and worked her way up, and held an assistant manager position longer than I have. So no, you would do a shit job. Don't be an asshole. Apologize now before we fire you. And that right there answers the question I had, if she could be serious about work when needed. He looks taken back. Obviously, he was not expecting that from her. In a small voice, sorry, Cece, I meant no offense. I did not mean apologize to me. Apologize to Cordelia, she says, gesturing to me. His eyes go wide as he realizes who I am. I sincerely apologize, Cordelia. I meant no offense. He holds my eyes for a moment before hanging his head. Own, is it? He gives a slight nod. I don't believe you meant no offense, since I was behind you and your friend in line when you made similar remarks, and then to bring it up again to Cece. It is an issue for you, one that we can discuss tomorrow in my office, but as of right now I will accept your apology.